Welcome to 2023. This is probably my favorite time of year to get on the podcast because it feels so hopeful, so new, so fresh. You guys know I like to talk about beginnings and endings and how powerful they are. This is a great beginning. Now, I believe you can create beginnings throughout your year, and really cool. If you guys heard the episode with Mindy, she talks about that as well. I believe that is totally true. But I like that January can be one of your beginnings during the year. One of the times where you go, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna create with my life. And I think it's just super exciting. Now, it is fun to me to see, I have a design program, Design Suite members in their first year. Because to me, when they start the program, that's their beginning. And we have lots of people join in January because it's kind of their start of their year. But we have people join throughout the year depending on when they come in or are qualified to do so. So anyway, I love it when I see Design Suite members because when they're in their first year, especially the first 3 months, it feels so fresh and so new and so exciting. And one of the things I really like is usually within the first 3 months, they will say something to me or ask me something and I'll tell them and their eyes will light up. I was thinking about someone in our Design Suite program who was younger, who was like, wait, I can do that? And I was like, yes, you can. And look how easy it is. And she was like, and I can make money that way? And I was like, yes, you can. And just getting that kind of feedback and being able to see someone with their eyes light up and go, oh my gosh, this is possible. And for those of you who have done my free training, which by the way, I am going to do an episode a little bit later this month on the free training a little bit. But if you have not seen it yet, we now have it available on my website. So you can go to carinagardnercourses.com /free workshop if you want to go check it out. And it's just a video training where we debunk the myths. And around design. I love it because I feel like I'm constantly I tell everybody the 3 things, but it's only so many people will be like, well, I already knew that, but they kind of don't practice it, which is very interesting. Or they didn't know it and they're surprised by it and they're excited by it because it means that they can become bigger and better than they ever thought they could, which is always so exciting to me. So I think what I would love to do with you guys today is set a vision for 2023. Now, I have no idea what your plans and your goals are. You're gonna have very specific things just to you, individualized, that you wanna accomplish this year. I'm kind of not talking about that. What I'm talking about is almost set the intention for this year, knowing that whatever happens, because guess what? Things happen, right? Things that are good and things that are bad. That you set the intention this year that you are gonna move forward with clarity and vision and positivity. Now, that seems kind of generalized, but I promise you, if you can move forward this year, and no matter what happens, whether hard things happen, whether wonderful things happen, that you say to yourself that you are gonna move forward in total and complete positivity, right? Because I think when we do that, even when things are tough, we can start seeing how something will affect our lives in ways that we just didn't expect them to, okay? Now, I have heard before, in particular, I've heard that my Instagram feed seems polished, which is very interesting to me because I don't feel polished. You guys know I'm just coming on here. I turn on my iPhone and come to chat with you guys about design, about vision, about good mindset, about all the things that I think really help designers make it in this industry. And to me, it just feels like you and me chatting, hanging out, talking about design. And I need you guys to know that my life isn't perfect. In fact, you guys, if you're on YouTube, which by the way, if you're not on YouTube, you should totally come over and subscribe to the channel. But if you're on YouTube, you see my very pretty flowers and fabric hanging out next to me. You cannot see my messy desk, and I promise you it is messy, nor can you see my very messy kitchen. And I just want you to know that those are very light things, but if you think my house is perfect all the time, if my kids are perfect all the time, whoa, that makes me want to laugh, that there haven't been struggles in my life and really big things. Some of you tell me, I think because I am relatively an open book, I'm private with who I talk about these things with. Design Suite members know often I will divulge information to them about my private life. I think that I need you to know, if you're here and you're not my Design Suite member and you're not hanging out with me individually, that my life isn't perfect and there are struggles. And you better believe 2023, there will be things that strike me down, that I will lose at, that will make it hard. But I don't worry about that. Instead, I'm going to cast a vision for how amazing this year is going to be, how much growth I'm going to have in this year, all the new cool things I'm about to implement this year. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to give you a little sampling. At the time of recording this, we have hopes that in March we'll be releasing my first book about design. And so that is so exciting. I've written a dissertation, but not a book. And so that feels really exciting. And it's stuff that, we laid the foundation for in 2022 so that we could walk into 2023, myself and my entire team and my Design Suite members going, this is what this year could look like. This could be the most powerful, amazing year of my life. In fact, I feel like you should go into 2023 going, this is going to be the most powerful, amazing, transformational year of my life. Because if you go into, I think, every year that way, then it only gets better and better, right? Like 1% better, 1% better, 1% better, maybe even 50% better. You never know. But if you go into it going, even with the struggles, even with the hard things, and go, how is this for me? How can I use this for me? And it doesn't feel good, you guys. The struggles never feel good. You guys know I do several different episodes, and we had an episode a while back with Diane and Bonnie, who are both Design Suite members, about sickness, illness, mental health. There are things that keep us from being the best human beings, let alone the best designers. And I'm here to tell you they are going to happen. The hard things are going to happen, but you can still move forward with all that positivity, with excitement for the future. And I'm hoping you will. And I would say journal it. Really write down how you're feeling as you start this year. How are you feeling? And let that go and release that. And then write down, what you think you could accomplish. What could you do in a whole year? When you stack up 365 days, what could you do in a whole year that would be transformational to your life? And for those of you who are wanting to become designers, what would your life look like if you designed 365 days of the year? That's a lot of days of design. And then you stack it upon year after year. That's how we become great designers, you guys. That's how I know those of you who've been wanting to do this for a living can. You absolutely can. If you're missing things, then you've got to figure out how to find them. But just starting with the 365 days of design is huge. It's huge. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying this new year. It is snowy in Salt Lake, that's where I am, and cold, and it brings me a lot of joy to do the new year because it gives me this new hope for the year, and I'm just excited for it, and I hope you are too. Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.